First, we talk about how to create a virtual server and how we using round robin in load balancing uh, to measure five, six nodes. What you see here, they are HTTP, and in this way we test it. They are round robin every time we refresh the page. Okay, that's what we um, used in by default. Access different nodes in round robin way. What if we wanted to keep our session to one node only? So by default, the way is to use one way I will show you is to use the um, our persistent profile. So persistent profile has many different um, ways to keep your session consistent. So one way I'm here showing you is to use the source address. Let's keep update. Go back to test. I'm refreshing the page. You will notice this server address, which is the node, is never changed. It's never changed. Okay. But the problem with doing this way is you never change your IP address. That's fine. But what about we have a large amount of clients behind a net. A net will translate to one single address, and they will give one of the nodes behind the F5 a very heavy load. So what I was change a different way to do it. So because we're using HTTP, we know HTTP has a header. In header, we can manipulate the cookies as a single ID. You're always hitting one node um, as long as you don't change your IP. But sometimes we use NAT all the time, and with NAT we're trying to bounce internal private address to one public address. Then you will put a heavy load to one node. So we're thinking about a different way to change that. To get around is to use the cookie. The cookie is something in the HTTP request header. So let me show you. This is the request header. You don't see cookie here because my server is now sending a cookie back to the client, right? But what we can do is to make F5 insert the cookie. We insert a cookie as an identifier. So now I'm gonna show you. Let's go to our virtual server. Under resource, we change the cookie. Keep update. You right away see a warning sign. It's asking you to enable their level 7, layer 7 function to handle HTTP. So go back to the virtual server. In HTTP profile, under client, we update as HTTP. Okay, hit update. Go back to resource. Now we can change. Okay, to test this, close your browser. Close browser. Open again. What you're seeing is able to open the virtual server. What you're gonna do to check your cookie, go to the developer tools, refresh it again. Now you're seeing the cookie right here. I will copy our volume. We'll copy the volume here, is right here. Let me clear the browser history and close the tab, open again. And now you see it hitting different node. Then what's the cookie? Gotta be changed. Let's refresh it again. Find a cookie. Now you're seeing the difference in the value of the cookies. After you refresh the page, clear the history, you are seeing different cookie. Okay, but what you see here is a weird name. It's a weird name called Big IP Server Pool Wrap. What is? It got be inserted by F5 in some way. So let's give a look, right? Go to Profile, Service, because we're using, persistence. Under Cookie, because we just selected. What you see here, cookie method, is using HTTP cookie insert. That means the F5 is inserting a cookie for the client as a proxy of your node. All right. What you see here is a weird name like a prefix, a big IP server pool wrap. So I don't like it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna create my own persistent profile. Make a name, CLab cookie. Under cookie, in the cookie name, I check the cookie name customizable. I would say CLab cookie name. Okay. Now click the finish. I've created my own cookie persistent profile. It's called CLab cookie. Okay. Let's head back to virtual server and the resource. I'm gonna use my own persistent as CLab cookie. Keep update. Let's give a test. Now I'll close the tab, open a new one. Open Developer Tools, refresh page again. Check if it's changed. Now you're seeing two cookies. That's very weird. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna to clear the history. Okay, let's clear the history. Refresh it again. Now what you see is the cookie name is CLab cookie underscore name. It's my new cookie name. Now, great, you know how to manipulate a cookie as a persistence. So every time a client close and open a new tab, you'll be able to hit a new session, and the session will be sent to a new node. To see here. Okay, that's great. What about the default when the default person fail as a cookie and you still want to use the source address? And here you can use a fallback persistent profile. Use your persistent fallback to source address. Okay. Thank you for watching.